Assalamu alaikum, dudes. This format worked last time, so I decided to do the same. Okay. In this video, Ridvan is going to argue that the Prophet, peace be upon him, couldn't control his sexual desires. Anyway, let's just get to it.
I want to talk about Muhammad and his desire for women. In this case, a very special woman. Zainab, Muhammad's cousin and the wife of his adopted son, Zayd. Now Zainab had to marry Zayd, but the marriage didn't last very long. The following story can be found in the scriptures of Tabari.
Now, before carrying on, I'd like to point out that the chain that Ridvan will be using for this hadith suffers from a disconnection between al-Tabari and al-Waqidi, as well as another disconnection between Muhammad bin Yahya bin Hibban and the Prophet, peace be upon him. It also contains one weak narrator and one liar. Good start, Ridvan. Let's just carry on, though.
A year later, Muhammad visited the house of Zayd to talk to him, but Zayd was not at home, so that his wife Zainab opened the door scantily dressed, thinking that it is Zayd at the door. When Muhammad saw her that way, he was shocked and he was very impressed with what he saw.
Unlikely. Ridvan has established in the beginning of this video that Zainab was the Prophet's cousin. So it's unlikely that he was unaware of her beauty in the first place.
He left the house afterwards and Zainab told her husband Zayd about the story. Zayd, having problems with Zainab already, visited Muhammad and told him that he can have his wife, because the marriage isn't going very well anyway. But Muhammad told him,
Wait for it.
To keep his wife and to fear God.
Okay, so much for the Prophet, peace be upon him, not being able to control his sexual desires.
After that, Zayd divorced Zainab. And guess what happened? Muhammad married her immediately.
Immediately? Well, that's a lie. The Prophet, peace be upon him, waited for 3 months. Yes, 3 full months before marrying Zainab. Someone that he allegedly had extreme lust for. Ridvan, please look up what the iddah period is if you've never heard of the term. And no, believe it or not, there was no revelation that the iddah was cancelled or that the Prophet, peace be upon him, was allowed to marry her without one as an exception. Just in case you were wondering.
Muhammad sexually desires the wife of his adopted son while they are still married, and Muslims have no problem with that. There is no dispute about this. That's what the Quran verse says.
Oh, this is new. I'm not familiar with any verse that says this.
We can look at it again. It says, while you concealed within yourself that which Allah is to disclose.
Huh? Where does it say anything about lusting for Zainab here?
Incredible, isn't it?
The only incredible thing here is the audacity that you display when talking about a subject that you know jack shit about. Okay, let's give Ridvan one more chance to prove his point, shall we?
While Muhammad was sexually uncontrollable. In a hadith, again related to Zainab, it even says that once he was outside and he saw a woman walking outside and he was suddenly so aroused by the sight of another woman that he...
Wait. What do you think Ridvan's gonna say here? He was so aroused that he chased after the woman and flirted with her. Or maybe, he went to her husband and told him to divorce her. Or maybe, he enslaved her and turned her into a sex slave. Ridvan, please provide us with the answer.
Ran home and had sex with Zainab immediately while she was doing work. I'm not making this up.
Yes, you heard it right. The Prophet, peace be upon him, had intercourse with his wife. Ridvan considers those that have intercourse with their wives as people who are sexually uncontrollable. Ridvan, I would like to explain where you went wrong here. But before that, I would like you to answer me with a yes or a no. Are you a virgin? And with that, we come to the end of this video. I'm sorry if you can't tolerate watching much of Ridvan, but hey, I'm the one who's stuck making these videos, so think of me and my sacrifice. You like this video? Smack that like button. Or don't, whatever, who cares, man? Anywho, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, and see ya in the next one.